All right, fight commentary breakdowns.
What are we watching here, Jerry?
It's a three-person MMA fight. That was a good sidekick. And they're not on the same team. It's three-person MMA free-for-all.
Interesting. What's the name of this? It's called...
I just know it's held in Virginia. I forgot what it's called. We'll have to look up the... Oh, that's a good check of the game.
On the mat, it says Sando?
Sando. Yeah, that's what it's called. Sando. And... I think one of the rules is if someone gets taken to the ground, there's no double teaming. Or you can't attack the top fighter either. So, but when it's standing up, you can do whatever variation.
This looks exhausting. Just in terms of like the amount of attention that you have to maintain over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Ah, gosh. But so the rule is once they clinch, you can't double team?
I believe so.
Well, then I guess I would just go for the clinch
go for the clinch, take someone out first, and then go for the other person. My other thought was you kind of like give a signal, like a wink to one of the persons, be like, let's team up first and take out one person.
Damn. These guys are... The referee got in the way.
I like the cage. It's not a cage, but I like how there's a little elevation. So... Like, if you get pushed in the corner, you can use the corner as a way to launch a punch or a jump kick or something.
This is kind of how they used to have a lot of karate championships in this sort of platform. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least you don't have to look through a cage.
Exactly. It's better for the eyes of the audience members, that is. Boom.
Yeah. I don't even know how to begin the strategy for this.
Yeah. The only thing, like I said, is to maybe give a wink to one of the guys and be like, okay, let's team up against the loner.
The wink.
Yeah.
The old winky wink.
Or like you said, if it is true that they're clinched, let's see what happens. So. Oh, interesting. There's no ground fighting. See that? They stood him up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
I was going to say, because this is like chaos.
Yeah, and you don't want to risk, even if you have a rule that they can't fight on the, or it can't be a team up on the ground. Someone's going to go and sucker punch. You just know in the heat of the moment. So it's good that you just say no sucker punch, or no ground fighting at all.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Like, obviously the danger zone is when you're right in between the other two opponents.
Yep.
So you can see that they sort of triangulate the entire time.
Yep.
I guess what I would do is if I would try and move and pivot so that somebody was always in between and always in the middle.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think, ooh, nice. I think the reason why they're not doing that is because there's the chance that the person that you're trying to put in the middle will just give up attacking you and attack the person behind them because none of them are on the same side.
Yeah.
So this is really just the strategies, like you said. I don't even know. Ooh, that was a good spin, kind of. I don't even know where to go with the strategies. This guy's being very aggressive.
I definitely would observe the two that are fighting to try and see, where my opening is.
Exactly.
You can sort of get an idea of their responses and their timing.
Yeah.
That guy knows what's up. I guess I would, at some point, it would be interesting to see what would happen if you just stopped moving around.
Yeah, agreed.
I guess there's the fear that you don't want to appear to the referees as though you're not engaging.
Agreed.
I'm trying to determine, it seems fairly equal here in terms of technical prowess.
Yeah, agreed. How do they do the matchups? Hey, you want to join a 3-person free-for-all?
Yeah.
Who would sign up for this?
Ooh.
Whoa!
Ooh. Interesting.
So there was double teaming.
Yeah, so the guy in the blue trunks waited till the guy was at the end of his combo to sort of jump in. Ooh, the guy in the blue trunks is teeing off at the body and the head. The guy in the red trunks does not have a Muay Thai plum to save his life.
Nope.
Clearly. So how come white and black trunks was able to just sort of sit out there for some?
Yeah, I don't know.
He sort of just disengaged.
Which I guess it's allowed then. Now we know.
So let that be a lesson. Like, if you're going to try the Muay Thai plum, you got to go temple to temple. You cannot keep your head out in front. and you gotta break their posture so that they can't deliver body shots to your ribs. The guy in the blue trunks did a great job of that. He postured up and he just landed shots to the ribs. Guy in the blue trunks kind of looks like Gary Tonin from far away.
A little bit.
His farmer's tan is totally like mine.
I believe this was also held on a college campus. So I'll have to do some research on this.
Jeez. Oh, see that the guy in the blue is very tactical in that he waits for an exchange for the other two, and then he'll jump in at the last second because he feels like that's when they're least prepared for it.
Makes sense. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Again, see, he's being strategic. He's waiting.
Yeah, exactly. I think at this point, they've determined that the weakest link is the guy in the red shorts.
The red shorts, yeah.
I'm not positive, but it appears that way. At least if I was in this exchange, I would think that. See how he keeps his head out in front? He doesn't... He's not familiar with protecting his head while in the clinch.
I think this is round 2.
Yeah, there he's like... Hey.
And his face is the most red from being hit all those times. The red shorts guy.
What do you think about that, Jared? Do you think it's okay to touch gloves before?
I think so. I think so. What do you think about the whole touch gloves thing?
You know, I think it's appropriate to do it once. I don't know that you need to do it at the beginning of every round.
Oh, I see.
You know, I think once it's established that there's a sense of sportsmanship, you don't have to overdo it.
Agreed.
Because there is a psychological warfare to let somebody's guard down.
Yep. Agreed.
I mean, if you look at Matt Brown versus Donald Cerrone, like it wasn't until Matt Brown finally like let his guard down and warmed up to Cerrone that he got head kicked into oblivion.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're definitely targeting red shorts. Ooh, there he goes. All right, here goes. Blue shorts is going to tee off to the body. Red shorts is delivering good knee strikes to the knee strikes to the body.
Yeah.
But man, his face and chin is still exposed every time he clinches.
It's a good lesson, people. Temple to temple. Looks like blue shorts is hurt a little bit.
Yeah, those are some good knees.
Yeah. Looks like red shorts definitely thought he did some damage. He's cheering over there.
His foot is cut up, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe it's a canvas burn. So what went wrong with that was that Blue Shorts decided that he was going to try and deliver body shots before posturing up. So he started to tee off to the body, but the Red Shorts had enough distance to deliver knee strikes.
Makes sense. Yeah, it looks like the blue fighter got eliminated, I think.
Interesting.
So I guess are they going to just do the...
It sucks because I felt like he was probably the most aggressive and the most technical out of them.
Yeah. Look at the people wiping the floor with their shoes. So you wipe the floor and then your shoes will get the canvas dirty again.
I think that they're, probably experimenting with canvases.
I see.
And they realize that this one's just very slippery.
I see. All right, so now it's a one-on-one fight like a regular MMA fight. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh. I guess ground fighting's allowed now?
Yeah, it must be.
Wow, okay.
Up kick.
So the up kick is not allowed in the UFC, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, now it used to not be, but now it is.
They allowed it. That's cool. But you still can't chop down with your heels when you have them in your guard.
Yeah, I believe that you can't do an up kick if their knees are on the mat.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Side control. Is that all? I guess that's all. Oh man, it was just getting interesting. From my MMA angle.
Is there a second video?
We'll have to check. Unfortunately, guys, we couldn't find the end of the previous fight, so instead we'll bring you this really quickly. We'll watch a little sample of this as a sorry, basically. We wanted to see the end of that fight, but we couldn't find it. So this is a 3-on-3 battle where they fight until they get the ball into the other person's court.
Okay.
So, see, and then look at that. Look at that.
It's like
Boom.
It's like rugby mixed with MMA.
Yeah, it's like rugby mixed with MMA. He took a shot to the face, but he got the ball in.
Yeah.
I think this cage is kind of small for this. Oh my god, a kick!
Right to the ribs.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, this is interesting.
Yeah.
It's chaos.
Yeah, it is.
It's too close quartered for like any sort of like real.
There's a game like this they played in ancient China.
Yeah.
It was like this. It was like MMA plus soccer or football.
Yeah.
But the cage was the size of a soccer field.
Sure, an arena, yeah.
Yeah. So you had like 10 person versus 10 people, but at least you had room to run and dodge.
Yeah, it's hard to gain momentum, I think, in this, right?
Yeah.
I think,
You're forced to fight
these guys are getting teed off on.
Oh my god.
Wait, now so you can't. I guess you can't punch the face because they look like they were punching just to the body.
Yeah.
Which that's really smart because like to get punched in the face here would just absolutely suck.
Oh
he just steamrolled him. He just completely sacked him.
Yeah. I think a good title to this video is the 2 of the dumbest ways to incorporate MMA into the competition.
Man, can you imagine if you got like some serious linebacker types and they just moved right in front of you?
Yeah.
Just cleared the path. It would be interesting to see like different blueprints for the strategy to get across,
Yeah. Like you said, maybe if you had 2 people who were a little bigger, a little tougher, you could literally do the linebacker thing.
Yeah.
Have them up front, and then you just kind of hide in the back with the ball.
Mm-hmm. So I guess you can't have a goalie. It seems like you can't have a goalie, and it seems like you can't throw it into the goal. It seems like you have to place it in the goal. You have to
place it in, exactly. Even in the Italian version called calcio storico, they could hit it. If you hit it into the other side, you get half a point. Whereas if you run it, you get 1 point.
Oh.
So, but I don't think these guys did research on calcio storico. They might have. So, hey, they got replays even. Boom. So
he punched him in the face. Yeah. Oh, I think that was a foul. I think they were showing that because he got punched in the face as a foul. I'm not sure.
Man.
So it looks like in rugby, you can only pass backwards.
Exactly. Ultimate ball. I think that's enough for now for fair use reasons. Let us look at if we can find any information on this. I don't think this is any of it. Let's look at the UCMMA. Oh, it's London. So this is what we were looking at. This is London. Let's see. So Wikipedia, the most trustworthy source. Let's see what they have. So they have Ultimate Ball. There we go. So Ultimate Ball created a new sport. So let's look at what. It's like rugby, football, basketball, mixed martial arts.
Jeez.
So 2 5-minute rounds. If there is a draw after 10 minutes, then a 1 minute additional time, and first player to score wins the game. Okay, so see if I just want to see the rules as they're fighting. That's the most important.
Mm-hmm.
Heavyweight must be no more than 120 kilograms.
Interesting.
Which is like maybe 200 pounds,
mm-hmm.
I believe. Subs must be welterweight or below. A red card. Again, we don't see what the fighting... Oh, never mind. I say punch. Strikes and takedowns are allowed when the player has the ball. So you can push kick, you can punch to the body. You can sweep, you can take down. No punches on the floor, only grappling to get the ball.
Interesting.
If both players have the ball, referee will call a chest start. Both players with chest on ball. Hands behind back until referee blows whistle.
Chest on ball.
If a player hits another player who doesn't have the ball deliberately, he will be sent off and a substitute cannot be used. Oh. So you can almost... I don't know if trash talking is allowed, but what if you trash talk, you bait them to hit you, and then they lose a player?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it looks like there's a tournament listed below, and it looks like they haven't gotten to the finals yet.
I guess not.
When is the finals scheduled for?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because this whole thing is a very recent.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. So it's in London, held in London. By the way, talking about London, I got in touch with one of those UK boxer dudes from TFC. So I wanted to interview him, but I think he got shy. He didn't reply to me. He saw my message and never replied.
Oh, really?
So, but I want to interview him. Maybe he'll take part in this.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, cage fighter.
You know, Robert Whittaker used to do rugby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, rugby players are tough, man. They really are tough.
I guess that explains a lot of Whittaker's explosiveness.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm trying to look at Sando, the other one, but I can't see anything.
Did you see what Whittaker was saying about how when he kicked Yole, it felt like he was kicking steel?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what that guy's hydrating on, but whatever it is, I want it. If it's legal.
Yeah. So this is oh no, the site's gone. They took down, there's a site called Bullshido.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's not, this site is no longer active. I've been seeing all their posts. They're no longer here.
2012.
Oh, never mind.
There it is.
This site is so toxic, by the way, but you definitely can learn a lot if you go and find the right.
Toxic in the sense
like
that
they love to just talk smack about everyone and everything.
Everything's negative.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But looks like I can't find any information on the Sando fight. Hope you enjoyed us watching little portions from each of those little interesting leagues. My thoughts, the 3-on-3 free-for-all or the 3-person free-for-all, I honestly like that they did not allow ground fighting, at least initially, so avoid a lot of potential hits to the head or to the spine. And the rugby thing, the weird MMA rugby, I really wish the cage were bigger. I mean, we've seen, if you guys remember when my friend Mike and I broke down the URCCC when they had the 3-on-3 MMA fight, it was in a small cage like that, and the fight just ended so quickly. Because it's like you have no room to maneuver, and now you had a ball in there.
I think I've seen some fights that are elevator fights. Have you heard about that?
What are those?
They're amazing.
Uh-huh.
It's like they will fight from floor 1 to whatever, like 6th floor, whatever it is they're going to, and it's just nuts. It's like it's kind of like that scene in Captain America.
Oh.
2, you know? But this was like This was like 2007 or 2006 or something like that, and I think it was like all coming out of China. I'm not sure. Wow. But we're gonna have to look them up.
We're gonna have to look them up.
Do some research on that. Yeah. Close quarter combat. That stuff is nuts, man. That stuff is crazy. Wow. It's also like it kind of reminds me a little bit of like. Did you ever see? You ever see these like high dangerous penitentiaries where like in that movie Bronson, where everybody lines up and then they'll storm the room and they'll just like smother them with shields and everything. And like an elevator fight feels like you're just like a team is just like swarming you and like you're just like trapped in a corner, you know?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So let's we should analyze the penitentiary like bull rushes. We should analyze elevator fights. And I think people have asked for hockey fights.
Hockey fights. Oh,
so we'll take a look at hockey fights. And then we should break down the elevator fight from Drive.
Okay, that's a good one. And I will add one more. As much as I like to talk a little smack about Systema has this similar thing where it's training where, let's say there's 4 people coming at you from all directions. And we can break down some of that too.
Word.
So
stay tuned for our elevator fights breakdown.
Definitely. And remember, temple to temple.
Oh, yeah, if you're doing the Muay Thai clinch, if you're doing the Muay Thai plum, Red Shorts was constantly having his head way far away from the other guy.
He had the guy in the clinch, and he was like this. His head was here. So, yeah, exactly.
Bam.
So,
and the traditional cross face, you come in here, you posture up, you take your blade, and you put it right here in the bicep, and you just push.
Ooh.
So it's like, I'm seated right now, so it sucks. But you get the idea. Like Jerry would be here. I would get my hips as close to his hips as possible so that he couldn't knee me. And then I just put my blade into his neck. I push, and then I put this into the bicep. And then I push. I lunge. I step with my lead leg, and I lunge, and I push at the same time. BJ Penn does this a lot. If you watch a lot of BJ Penn fights, anytime somebody tries to get him in a Muay Thai clinch, he does a really good cross face and shoves him away.
So, some things to look forward to. And some self-defense lessons.
All right, let's do some elevator fights.
Elevator fights!